What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Krakenhits YouTube channel. Today we're going to be opening up some booster boxes. So we got this box right here, hoping to get some cool cards. The Lily's Clefairy EX in particular is a really good looking card, so hopefully we're able to pull something like that. A lot of good playable stuff in this set. I think this is one of the more impactful sets that they've released in the last little bit here. Lots of good trainers, lots of good playable Pokemon. So let's see what we can get. We got our Ends Reshiram box topper. Pretty cool. It's got the nice Journey Together logo there. Let's get into ripping some packs. We got Ends Darmaka, Fungus, Ends Clink, Lotad, Chinchino, Maractus. The Maractus is kind of interesting. It's got a retreat locking attack, and it's grass type, so it hits some things like metal type Pokemon for weakness. So sometimes you can get an infinite lock on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So something interesting there. We got the Ends Darmaka as well. Evolves into the Ends Darmanitan, which seems to be a pretty cool attacker in the next format. Alolan Geodude, Audino, Lily's Comfy, Sentret, Alolan Marowak, Weezing, Virizion, Shelgon, Squovit. Oh, we got the full art Lily's Clefairy EX. Wow, look at that. That's a nice card. Got the Lily in the background. Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. Any of the Lily's Clefairy stuff, definitely something you want to see in your boxes. So that's awesome that we got such a great hit right off the bat. Oh, I see something hiding in there. Let's see what we got. Carablast, Ends Darmanitan, redeemable ticket. We're losing Heavy Ball in the rotation in just a couple weeks here, and so this is kind of one of your only ways to interact with your prizes, so probably pretty playable. Combuskin, Delmise, Lycanroc, and another Lily's Clefairy EX. Look at that. 2 Lily's Clefairy EXs in the first 3 packs. That is pretty sweet. Let's get that sleeved up. Yeah, I think Lily's Clefairy EX is definitely one of the best cards in the set. Just has a really great ability, really solid, efficient attack. So I can definitely see that seeing a lot of play coming into the next format where Dragapult seems pretty good. We got Hop's Choice Band, pretty powerful tool for Hop's Pokemon. When it's attached to a Hop's Pokemon, its attacks cost 1 colorless less and does 30 more damage to the active Pokemon. We got Postwick with a similar effect to the Choice Band, which lets Hop's Pokemon do an additional 30 damage, so more ways to buff up Pokemon. And we got Hop's Dubwool, which is got the Defiant Horn ability, which when you play it from your hand to evolve your Wooloo, you get to gust one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. So that's really solid. That's a super, super good hit in this for players. Torchic, Lilligant. Lilligant's got that Sunny Day ability. Attacks used by your Grass and Fire Pokemon do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So kind of an interesting damage modifier there. There's a couple pretty good Grass Pokemon in the format. So there's some interesting Fire Pokemon too in this format and coming up in our next set. Got Brock Scouting. That's a new supporter that we got here. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or 1 evolution Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So just a way to search out Pokemon, which is never a bad thing. Could see some play. We got Noibat, Rockruff, Caterpie, Magmar, Cloth, Levincia. Levincia is an interesting new stadium. Once during each player's turn, that player may put up to 2 basic Lightning Energy cards from their discard pile into their hand. Kind of an interesting card for decks like Goldengo or the Iono's archetype, which will be relying on having a lot of energy in play or in your hand. So pretty good stadium there. Oh, and we got the art rare Ends Reshiram. That's a super cool card. It's the same as the art from the box topper, just is missing the Journey Together logo. So really good looking card. The art is super cool, and N is definitely a fan favorite, so people are definitely excited to pull a card like this. Then we got Hop's Snorlax, which is the 3rd card in the Ends damage buffing cards, where if it's on your bench, your Hop's Pokemon do an additional 30 damage. So if you got all 3, the Band, the Stadium, and the Snorlax, you're doing an extra 90 damage with your Hop's Pokemon, so pretty cool. Alright, next up, we got Impidimp, Lechonk, Cubone, Ends Joltik, Ends Joltik kind of has an interesting attack. It does 30 damage, and before doing damage, you discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. If you discarded a Pokemon tool in this way, your opponent's active is now paralyzed. So it gives Ends Zoroark just another option to kind of do some controlling. Paralysis is a pretty strong status condition, so it's very interesting. Oh, we got something hiding in the back of this pack. Wingle, Bayonet, Hop's Bag. Kind of just lets you get all your Hop's Pokemon out. Any extra Pokemon search on an item is always pretty good. Something to make the Hop's archetype nice. Oh, and we got the Paldean Clodsire EX. Poison Ring attack. Does 60, and it poisons your opponent's active and retreat locks. So kind of cool. I think for me, if I had to pick which trainer archetype seems the strongest, I'd say the Iono stuff does seem really good. Hopefully we're able to pull an Iono's Belly Bolt, which allows the whole deck to work. We got a Ludicolo here with its Vibrant Dance ability. All of your Pokemon in play get 40 extra HP, which is kind of a cool buff. Swinub, Shelmet, Shelgon, Milcery, Grimmsnarl, Ends PP Up. Ends PP Up is one of those trainer cards for Ends Pokemon. You can attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Ends Pokemon. So that's a really strong energy acceleration. Very good for the Ends archetype cards. And we got this Tyranitar with its Daunting Gaze ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand. Item Lock is definitely very strong in the Pokemon TCG, as evident by what Badoo has done to the standard format. So Item Lock is very strong. Let's see if Item Lock on a stage 2 is enough, but it does seem like a very cool card. We got the Magearna with its auto heal ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, heal 90 from that Pokemon. So there could be some interesting synergies with Jet Energy if you're trying to like do a little extra healing. Paldean Wooper, Black Belt's Training, Wilmer, Enzora, Ends Klinklang, Ends Castle. Ends Castle is a stadium that allows any Ends Pokemon to play, both yours and your opponent, to have no retreat cost. So you're able to keep whatever you're trying to power up with the Ends PP up on the bench and then send it up afterwards, which is pretty nice. And we got the Dunsparce EX. Definitely one of the better EXs in the set, I'd say, with its Tenacious Tail attack. It does 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon EX in play, and so that can stack up pretty quickly. And it's got Destructive Drill for 3 energy, does 150, and its damage is not affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Shred attacks are very good in the Pokemon TCG, especially so in this upcoming format we have, as there's a lot of walling style cards in format that are very good. So having an answer to those walls is pretty cool. And there's a Dunsparce we already have from Temporal Forces that allows you to draw some cards, so easily slottable in a deck that is already playing that Dunsparce. Interesting trainer card here, Lily's Pearl. It is a tool card that when it's attached to a Lily's Pokemon, when it's knocked out from damage, your opponent takes 1 less prize card, so you're able to turn your single prizers into 0 prizers, or your Lily's Clefairy EX into a 1 prizer, which can really help swing the prize trade, especially with the lack of tool disruption we have in the format. Alright, and we got this Magmortar here. This Magmortar is kind of cool. It's got the Magma Surge ability. During Pokemon Checkup, put 3 more damage counters on your opponent's burned Pokemon. We have a Volcanion EX in the set that when it's in the active, it just burns your opponent's active. So if you're able to get a couple Magmortars down, that's a lot of extra damage. If you have 2 Magmortars down and you burn your opponent's active, that's 20 from burn, and then 60 more damage in between turns, which is pretty strong. Not the Ends Magmortar, the Magmortar, pretty cool. Definitely interesting damage mod. Piloswine, Qfont, Sprigatito, Hopsilly Cobra, Pangoro, Grimmsnarl, another Ends PP Up, Milcery, Caterpie, Regirock. The first set of a new format that comes out, since we have rotation coming to the standard format at the beginning of April. there's always bring some interesting changes to the game. And the first event that these cards will be legal for is the Atlanta Regional. And wow, look at that. We have the full art Iono's Belly Bolt. Wow, this box is so cracked. We already pulled the full art Lili's Clefairy. Now we got the full art Iono's Belly Bolt. We might just have to keep going and pull like a full art Enzorark too. Maybe even a full art Hops Zacian. This Belly Bolt, like we were saying earlier, has a pretty interesting ability. Electric Streamers. Often as you like during your turn, you may attach basic lightning energy from your hand to one of your Iono's Pokemon. So Energy Acceleration is so broken in the Pokemon TCG, and so this is a very cool card. And it's got an attack for 4 energy, but that's not a problem since we're accelerating it. 230, and it can't attack next turn. 230 is a pretty good number to hit. So yeah, very, very good card. Definitely has the potential to see a lot of play if the deck is able to be figured out. Oh, and look at that. We got the art rare Swinub. Look at this guy. He's so neat. Swinub's a really cool Pokemon. He looks like a little loaf of bread. He's just walking through the forest. He's got the Call for Family attack too, which is a very, very good attack to have on an evolving basic. Just searches your deck for 2 Pokemon, and you can put them onto your bench. So that's really strong. The Mamoswine EX is very cool. I hope we are able to see that at some point while we pull it from this box. I'm seeing something hiding at the back of this. Let's see what we got. Got the Enzdarmanitan, and we got an Amoonguss EX. Definitely not one of the more competitively viable EXs in this set, but still, Amoonguss is a pretty cool Pokemon. So we will take it. Got another NSPP up, and oh, look at that. We have the art rare Furret. Very cool. This guy's so cute. He's looks like he's just waking up from a nap. The attacks are pretty vanilla, but the art is very neat. So I love the Furret. I'm a Gen 2 stan, so any Gen 2 Pokemon get extra love from me. Oh, we see something. We got something coming in this pack. The Ents Klinklang, the Hops Sandaconda, Copperaja, Alolan Graveler, Coughing. And we got the Mimikyu EX. I actually haven't seen this card yet. The Mischievous Hands attack. Choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon and put 3 damage counters on each of them. And for 3 energy, 120, your opponent's active Pokemon's now confused. Mimikyu is a pretty cool Pokemon. I really like the design of it. So cool to see another Mimikyu card. The baby Mimikyu has been a menace in standard format for a while now, with its ability to block damage from EXs and Vs. I think my personal chase card from this set would be the SIR Lili's Clefairy. I would love to pull something like that. I think it looks very clean. Love the art style on that card. The Stunfisk, the Bombardier, Parasect, Pupitar, Super Potion. Another Lily's Pearl. Oh, we got the full art Enzorark EX. Wow, look at that. We have 3 of the 4 full arts of the trainer's Pokemon. This box is insane. I cannot believe how many good pulls we're hitting from this set. Look at that. Enzorark EX has the trade ability. Once during your turn, you may discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards, which is so cool. And we got Night Joker. You just choose one of your bench ends Pokemon attacks and use it as this attack. And so copying attacks is very cool. There's some very interesting attacks on ends Pokemon in this set. And yeah, so look at that. 3 for 4 so far on the full art trainer Pokemon. Got a Lily's Ribombee. It's got an interesting ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may have your opponent reveal their hand and put any number of basic Pokemon you find onto their bench. This kind of just combos with the Lily's Clefairy EX, which attacks for 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon in play, including yours and your opponent's. So just a little extra support to fill that bench up on the Lily's Ribombee. I'm seeing something in this Got the Whalmore, the Oricorio. Oh, and we got the Hop Zacian EX. Hop Zacian EX is the main attacker in the Hops archetype. It's got an Insta-Strike attack for 30 damage and 30 more to an opponent's bench Pokemon. And then for 3 metal and a colorless, it does 240 and it can't use Brave Slash next turn. But don't forget, we have all those damage modifiers, and so that 30 can turn into 120 pretty quickly. And in the same vein, that 240 on Brave Slash can easily hit 330, knocking out almost any card in the format. Schoolvit, Matang, Pelipper, Hops Bag, and Klinklang, Sentret, Silicobra, and a Kilowattrel. This is one of the more powerful draw abilities we have in the format. It seems like you discard a Lightning from this Pokemon. It's an Ionos Pokemon, so you're able to easily get Lightning on it with your Ionos Belly Bolt. And when you discard it, you draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Very strong ability. Draw engines are so important in the Pokemon TCG. The more cards you're seeing, the more options you'll have on your turn. So having an archetype that has a draw engine built in is definitely super nice. One of the things that makes me really excited about the Ionos archetype. Got another Magmortar. Again, maybe not the best ability, but definitely one that I think is super cool. Got a Norbite, Rockruff, Caterpie, Magmar, Sandaconda. Oh, I'm seeing something at the back of this pack. Ents Castle, Magmar, Impidimp. We got a Mamoswine EX. Really happy to pull the Mamoswine EX. That's a card I think is really, really cool. It's a big guy. He's got 340 HP, which is like some of the most HP we've ever seen on a card. It's got Mammoth Hauler as its ability. You can search your deck for a Pokemon once per turn, put it into your hand. Very good for consistency. And his attack, Rumbling March, does 180 damage. And it does 40 more for each stage 2 Pokemon on your bench. So if you're able to stack up some stage 2s on your bench, he can hit pretty big numbers. Let's see. Well, just a couple more packs left. Let's see what else we can get. A couple of Hops Crammit. Oh, and we got the Art Rare Wailord. Very cool. He's a long boy in the ocean. He's got a pretty cool attack. Hydro Pump for 4 energy. Does 10 damage and 10 more for each water energy attached. So if you're able to get a bunch of water energy on this guy, he's big. He's got 240 HP. He can do a lot of damage. Kind of a cool card. The art is fantastic too. Hopswooloo, Bagon, Paris, Wingull, Oinkologne, Excelgor, Lily's Pearl, Dunsparce, Lombre, and Lycanroc. Alright. I'm still hoping we can go 4 for 4 on the full art trainer Pokemon. That would be pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get there. Do 50 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's a cool attack. Super neat Pokemon. This is a great hit. Wow, what a neat card. All right, we just have 4 more packs to go. This has been a pretty solid box so far, but let's see if we can finish it strong. A Meowscarada in this one. Meowscarada definitely one of the cooler starter Pokemon that we've had. Spraytito, Drampa, Durant, Morgrem, Low Kicks, Combuskin, Alolan Golem, Hops Rookie D, Morgrem, and we got a Volcanion EX. I mentioned this card a little bit when I was talking about the Magmortar, but so here's the Volcanion EX with its Scalding Steam ability. When it's in the active, you can make your opponent's Pokemon burned. It's got 3 retreat costs, but ideally you'd be pairing this with something like Latias EX to give your Volcanion free retreat, so you can just promote it every turn and keep adding on that burn damage. I think Volcanion EX will end up being one of the better cards in the set down the line over its lifespan in the trading card game. Definitely a really strong ability. Got a Regirock in this one. All right, here we go. We got our last pack of the box. Let's see what we can get. We got the last pack magic going. Got Glaring Stunfisk, Bombardier, Parasect, Pupitar, Scavalier, Brock Scouting, Volcarona, Postwick, Lilligant, and we got the Hopstubble. Hopstubble, it's not the full art Hopzacian we were hoping to get, but Hopstubble, very good card. Definitely going to see some play in some decks. Well, overall, we had some great hits. We had not one, not two, but 3 of the full art trainer Pokemon from one box. That is such a good set. And we also got the SIR Salamence. That's such a neat card. Yeah, this box was cracked. Thank you for tuning in to the Krakenhits YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.